welcome to The Explainer. Today's topic is absolutely wild because we are looking at a platform where this AI agent launches new crypto every hour. This is our MemeToro deep dive, where we are going to break down the rapidly evolving and honestly kind of mind-blowing intersection of artificial intelligence and decentralized finance. We're looking at a fascinating case study today that bridges heavy academic theory with a bleeding-edge market application. The platform claims to use advanced AI to autonomously launch a brand new cryptocurrency every single hour. Now, just to be clear right up front, as always, our goal here is to unpack the mechanics, the tokenomics, and the technology based strictly on the source material provided. We are maintaining strict neutrality on the claims we're about to explore. Our job is to explain the architecture and the ideas, not to endorse them or tell you what to do with your money. So settle in because this is a really deep and fascinating look at exactly where automated finance might be heading. Okay, so let's dive right into this by asking what I think is a highly provocative question. What actually happens when you hand over the keys of cryptocurrency token creation entirely to an artificial intelligence? I mean, think about it. For years, crypto launches have been these highly manual processes. They are prone to human error, massive delays, and let's be honest, insider manipulation. But what if a machine operating on fixed rules and analyzing global data streams in real time just took over the entire assembly line? It sounds like pure science fiction, right? But as you'll see today, the foundational technology and the platforms attempting to do this are already being built out in public right now. Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The rise of agentic AI. 2. Enter the MemeToro agent. 3. Automating the hourly launch. 4. Fair launch and transparency. And finally, number 5, the MT token ecosystem. All right, let's kick things off with section 1. The rise of agentic AI. Moving beyond simple prompts. So, the absolutely crucial point to understand right out of the gate is that this isn't just a simple chatbot. It's not like you type a prompt and wait for a funny answer. According to a critical review in the Journal of Emerging Technologies and Innovative Research, agentic AI refers to systems that are designed to operate as autonomous agents. They can make decisions, they take actions, and they interact with their environment without needing continuous human supervision. They don't just sit there and respond to commands. They proactively anticipate assigned objectives, they learn from experience, and they adapt to changing environments dynamically. We are talking about autonomous systems that are capable of executing complex business and financial processes entirely on their own. And this framework here brilliantly illustrates the academic methodology from a peer-reviewed journal, showing how this actually works in a real-world environment. It's kind of like a giant loop. A human provides an initial task description or gives the necessary approvals at the human-agent interface. But from there, the agent, which is usually powered by a large language model or a large multimodal model, basically takes over the steering wheel. It uses digital tools to take actions in the outside environment, it observes the signals and the data that come back, and then it runs an adaptation loop to adjust its next move. Furthermore, multiple agents can actually communicate with each other through an agent-agent interface. They can delegate tasks and share observations to solve incredibly complex problems without us having to hold their hands through every single step. Now, what is truly fascinating here is how agentic AI directly plugs into decentralized finance. In today's financial markets, speed is absolutely critical. We're talking about literal milliseconds making the difference between value creation and a massive catastrophic loss. The anatomy of the system highlights how AI agents can locally manage hot wallets with their own private keys, interacting directly with smart contracts on the blockchain. They can plug right into decentralized exchanges, decentralized lending platforms, and banking protocols. And because they can process these massive amounts of real-time data and execute transactions way, way faster than any human could ever hope to, they are perfectly suited to automate trading, manage risk, and, as we're about to see, handle the actual creation of digital assets from scratch. Moving right along to section 2, enter the MemeToro agent, a tireless dev working 24/7. So, I want you to think of this AI agent as a tireless, emotionless developer operating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It doesn't need coffee, it doesn't sleep. The stated goal of the MemeToro platform is to autonomously pump out a brand new meme coin every single hour. It is designed to continuously analyze cryptocurrency news, market trends, and live social sentiment, and then literally generate a complete cryptocurrency concept and launch it into the market every single hour. It is a production tempo that would be entirely impossible for a traditional human development team to maintain. According to the project's white paper, they view digital attention as a scarce and highly valuable resource. They argue that while meme coins attempt to financialize this attention, basically turning internet hype into money, the current landscape is super inefficient and prone to these really short-lived bursts of speculation. So their proposed solution is this next-generation AI-powered infrastructure that aims to transform internet narratives into structured, tradable digital assets instantly. Basically, they want to completely remove the manual bottlenecks of token creation, replacing human developers with an autonomous agent that acts on emerging trends the literal second they happen. And this quote, pulled directly from the source material, perfectly emphasizes their whole goal. By operating continuously, the AI engine ensures that the creation of these tokens is perfectly aligned with real-time narrative shifts on the internet. It is all about capitalizing on emerging trends at lightning speed entirely without human intervention. The AI spots a trend brewing online, conceptualizes a token around it, and pushes it out to the market before a human could even finish designing the logo in Photoshop. It's wild. Let's jump to Section 3. Automating the hourly launch, the method to the madness. Now, it sounds like pure chaos, I know, but the process is actually structured into 4 very distinct automated steps. First up, the AI agent continuously scans live data streams, news portals, and social sentiment to identify a really strong narrative. Second, it generates a complete concept. It proposes a highly relevant token name, a catchy ticker symbol, and the specific reasoning behind why this launch makes sense right now. Third, and honestly this is a crucial step, it standardizes all these parameters into a machine-readable launch manifest. Finally, once specific funding conditions are met, transparent smart contracts read that manifest and automatically execute the deployment. The smart contract creates the liquidity pool and distributes the tokens without anyone having to click a button. This comparison really highlights exactly what the project claims to be fixing. Traditional crypto launches often suffer from what the white paper calls fragmented infrastructure and insider advantages. We've all seen it, right? Human teams can delay launches, they can change the rules at the last second, or they quietly allocate massive amounts of the token supply to insider wallets before the public even gets a chance. The AI launch model claims to eliminate this entirely. Because the AI simply proposes the concept and then rigid smart contracts execute the deployment automatically, there is theoretically no discretionary stage where a human team can step in to redirect funds or cheat the distribution mechanics. It's just code executing code. Which brings us to Section 4, Fair Launch and Transparency, Building in the Open. So how do they build trust around a system like this? Well, the developers have chosen to build this platform entirely in public. According to the news sources, MemeToro has released its entire framework through a public GitHub repository using an MIT license. What that means is developers anywhere in the world can hop online, inspect the architecture, review those launch manifest specifications we talked about, and openly challenge or contribute to the code. By making their security policies completely visible and providing community issue tracking, they are giving users a direct way to question architectural decisions and actually verify that the platform's claims match the underlying code. But we have to hit the brakes for a second here. We must remain completely objective and point out a massive caveat that is highlighted directly in the source material. While the codebase is public, these smart contracts are still very much in the foundation and architecture phase. They have not yet been implemented on the mainnet, and more importantly, they have not yet passed independent security audits. The development is being led by a firm called CoinSalt, and deployment on the BNB Smart Chain testnet is still upcoming. As the sources note, open development is great because it allows you to verify progress, but it absolutely, unequivocally does not eliminate execution risk. That is super important to keep in mind. All right, let's shift gears to Section 5, the MT token ecosystem, powering the AI agent. What's really unique here is that the platform outlines 5 distinct ways that users can interact within this ecosystem, all utilizing the same native MT token. First, there's the meme coin trader, who basically just buys and sells the AI-generated tokens directly on the platform. Second, and I think this is fascinating, is the prediction speculator. This allows users to bet on meme coin outcomes or market narratives using MT tokens without actually having to hold the underlying asset. Third is the engagement participant, who earns rewards just for sharing positions and engaging socially. Fourth is the passive staker, who can delegate their tokens for up to a claimed 35% APR. And finally, you have the affiliate creator, who earns commission-based rewards for bringing new users into the ecosystem. So instead of a single use case, it's designed as this multi-layer utility model. Now, looking at the tokenomics data, there is a strictly fixed supply of 1.2 billion tokens and zero post-deployment inflation. But the big takeaway here is that a massive 71% is earmarked directly for the public presale. According to the project, these public sale tokens are distributed immediately at launch with zero vesting period. That is a very heavy immediate community distribution model. And that distribution model feeds into an even more surprising metric: a remarkably low 2% allocation reserved for the MemeToro team itself. Now, if you follow this space, you know that in crypto, team allocations often hover somewhere between 15 and 30%, right? So keeping the insider allocation this low is a deliberate design choice. The source material heavily emphasizes this, noting it's meant to signal a long-term commitment from the team and really reduce the community's fear of the developers just dumping tokens on the open market and walking away. So, all of this deep dive leaves us examining the broader implications of what is actually being built here. By combining agentic AI with automated smart contracts, MemeToro is constructing an incredibly efficient machine for generating digital assets. The technology itself is undeniable, and the transparent, open-source approach is highly notable. But it leaves us with a massive question. Does the ability to instantly financialize internet attention represent true groundbreaking innovation? Or is it merely peak efficiency in launching meme coins? Is it just a highly automated speculative bubble? Ultimately, the long-term market utility of generating a brand new token every single hour is something the market itself will have to decide. Well, that brings us to the end of today's explainer on agentic AI and automated token generation. If you found this breakdown valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our future deep dives. But before you go, head down to the comments and let us know your take. As this technology rapidly evolves, do you think we are witnessing the dawn of hyper-efficient decentralized finance or just the automation of the ultimate casino? Would you trust an AI with your portfolio? Let us know below, and we'll see you in the next one.